Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to speak about the Barcelona versus Benfica match because I do think that there is more details that we do have to discuss. So what we're going to be doing in this video is speak about the overall game plan that Barcelona had to defeat Benfica, and then we're going to go individual and speak about certain players like Frenkie, Pedri, and Raphinha and why their roles were so important. And so if that thing is for you, please like this video. Also, subscribe to the channel. This is where we do talk about everything regarding FC Barcelona, from match reviews to match previews to player analysis to transfer news. All of that is going to be on this YouTube channel. And so let's get straight to it. And let's talk about the first thing that Barcelona did to tackle Benfica, and that was the high pressure transition play. Barcelona's approach centered on rapid transitions and vertical passing lanes, exploiting Benfica's defensive disorganization. The starting 11 that Hansi Flick had did feature a 4-3-3 formation with Lamine Yamal on the right, Raphinha on the left, and they were positioned as inverted wingers to overload central zones, while you did have Alejandro Balde and Jules Koundé providing the width. This type of structure did allow for Barcelona to dominate possession with a total of 65%, while creating numerical superiority in the midfield through Pedri and Frenkie de Jong, who did recycle the possession under pressure. And the first goal showed exactly what this strategy was all about. Lamine Yamal received the ball near the right touchline, dribbled past 3 defenders, and found Raphinha wide open on the left side. This really added emphasis on the individual creativity, which did destabilize Benfica's compact 4-4-2 block. Point number 2, that is exploiting wide overloads. Barcelona's second goal showcased their ability to isolate defenders in one-on-one situations. For example, Lamine Yamal, cutting inside from the right, curled a left-footed strike into the far corner from 20 yards, by the way. An exact replica of his goal against France back in the Euros. Lamine Yamal was very open on the right flank, and before you know it, Benfica could not do anything to stop Lamine Yamal from setting himself up to score that goal. All of this is not even probably on Hansi Flick's plan. Like, Hansi Flick just says, okay, look, if you receive the ball in the final third, I'm just gonna allow you to be creative, and I'm gonna give you the freedom to drift centrally and do what you need to do. I mean, like, if you just look at the third goal, which was a counterattack, Alejandro Balde was running towards the final third as a left back, bypassing Benfica's midfield easily, and Raphinha going down the left flank trying to create that numerical superiority. If you go look at the replay, you can see that Raphinha creates a 2-versus-1 situation on the left flank while Alejandro Balde was running with the ball. Then Raphinha received the ball, Benfica did not see him, and had a very composed finish. And because of Benfica's high defensive line, this is what left them very vulnerable to Barcelona's pace on the break. This is something that we have been seeing from Barcelona through all Champions League matches. And then you do have point number 3, defensive discipline and set piece vulnerability. Even though yes, Otamendi did score a header, overall Barcelona's defensive unit, anchored by Araujo and Inigo Martinez, limited Benfica to an expected goal rate of 0.67 in open play. The high press led by Lewandowski also disrupted Benfica's build-up, forcing a lot of turnovers in dangerous areas. In the post-match data, it did reveal that Benfica completed only 72% of their passes in Barcelona's half, which was reflecting the host's effective midfield pressing. Frenkie de Jong interceptions, which was 4, and Pedri's recoveries, which was 7, was also critical to sustaining the ball. And this is where we are going to be going very individual, because I do think that with Barcelona's left-sided diamond formation that was anchored by Pedri and Frenkie and Dani Olmo, it was foundational to their tactical success. Because of them, that is what consistently made Barcelona create goal-scoring opportunities. The synergy between Pedri and Frenkie was particularly very vital, allowing Barcelona to dictate the pace of the game and generate attacking chances with precision. And of course, like we have said, their high-pressing strategy, which resulted in 14 pressures won and 9 ball recoveries in the final third. Every time Benfica tried to build up play, they just couldn't convert into anything. Barcelona's midfield trio did have complete control on the central zones, completing over 120 passes compared to Benfica, who only had 56. Frenkie de Jong's ability to influence both the early build-up and the final third was instrumental, and constantly finding Pedri between the lines, or Pedri finding Frenkie between the lines. Pedri also had a record-breaking performance. Pedri's performance against Benfica, to me, was historic. He did record 61 pressures and 14 successful ball recoveries, which was remarkable, especially considering that Barcelona maintained 65% of the possession. So his influence has extended beyond his offensive work, but now it is his defensive work which really does stand out. He also contributed in 3 key passes, which demonstrated exceptional awareness and decision making through the match. So now we're going to be slowly moving to Raphinha, because there was a lot of dynamic movements, right? The fluid movement and aggressiveness of players like Raphinha, Balde, Pedri were key in stretching Benfica's defensive line and creating space for attacking runs. And then when you combine the movements of Pedri and Frenkie, you understand the deal. Barcelona were effective. Going back to Raphinha ended this game with 2 goals and 1 assist, probably the best player in the Champions Champions League, if not for sure the best player in the Champions League right now. Raphinha's dual role as a goal scorer and also as a creative output player has defined Barcelona's attacking success. If we look at the first goal, he demonstrated elite off-the-ball movement while Lamine Yamal was going to make the pass. It's this thing that he knows, right? It's called the shadow run, where he exploited Benfica's zonal marking system. His second goal highlighted his transitional intelligence, like what we spoke about before. When Alejandro Balde was making that run into the final third, Raphinha was hustling to get right in front of Alejandro Balde before he got just outside the box of Benfica. It was a 60-meter sprint, so the fact that he timed his run to meet Balde's cutback was precise. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the type of goals that Raphinha scored against Benfica, as a matter of fact, overall in this Champions League, they're the type of goals that's just like, okay, I receive the ball, max is going to be one touch and that's it. So one touch and then he shoots the ball behind the net, or he just shoots the ball behind the net without any touches. Raphinha is not ordered to take down players whatsoever. It's a very different role compared to someone like Kylian Mbappe or Vinicius, where they take down 2 or 3 players, dribble all around and then make a cross or try to shoot to the goal. Raphinha, it's a one-touch player max, because we know that Raphinha's weaknesses is to dribble with the ball. But Hansi Flick has built this system where it does adapt to Raphinha's style of play, hence the reason why he has been so effective. Raphinha's 17 assists this season and 5 in the Champions League also revealed his dual threat. Against Benfica, he created 3 chances, including creating a through ball to Lewandowski, which Lewandowski could not finish, but he also had an 88% pass accurate rate in the final third, which reflected his improved decision making under pressure. It is amazing how Raphinha has been able to evolve himself. And so that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.